line of credit is a vital tool in succeeding with velocity banking to pay off debt, increase cash flow, lower expenses, and raise our credit score, all using our own income. We are going to be going over how to obtain a line of credit. How do I do it? What is a line of credit? What do I, need to have, and how does it work? Okay? So, a line of credit is multiple of things, okay? And I listed them out right here. You have personal and business lines of credit. There's unsecured and secured lines of credit, both personal and business. And then you have credit cards, which are like so many different options out there. Okay, so those are your criteria. Basically, if you don't know, maybe my students may not understand this, but unsecured basically means you didn't put no money to get the actual line of credit. Secured means you actually put some of your own money, your own capital, and the bank gives you a line of credit right back for the same amount or a little bit more. Okay, with personal lines of credit tends to be a lower amount than business lines of credit. Reason being is this is more regulated, right, than business. Typically, business companies can get like well over 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 of credit to use for their business, right? And that's pretty typical even for like startups, because it's all based on a person's personal credit. If they have business credit already, cool, no issue, right? But the question really is just, how do I get it? How do I get started with it? How do I, apply this into velocity banking, which is what I teach a lot of. A line of credit is a vital tool in succeeding with velocity banking to pay off debt, increase cash flow, lower expenses, and raise our credit score, all using our own income. So I'll just let you know what I did to get my own personal line of credit unsecured, right? So I have my little map, okay? And whatever state you live in, city, town, wherever you live, I want you to go on Google and set the radius for 10, 25 miles, okay? North, south, east, west, right? And I want you to type in the name of your state or city, right? And type in credit unions. So Florida, I live in Florida, right? Florida credit unions, or Florida non-for-profit banks. That's what I want you to type in and look up in your area, and you find something that's close to you, okay? And you're gonna give them a call before you go there, before you actually go to the bank, right, or the credit union. I want you to call them first, and you're gonna ask a couple of questions, okay? Or you go on their website and you can look for it, but it's easier to just call because they're usually always nice. Not-for-profit banks, credit unions, they put more into, I should say, like customer service and trying to help the consumer out, because they're a non-for-profit bank, so all the money that they make, they put back into the members that bank with them, that get credit lines and all kinds of different services, right? So you're gonna call them and be like, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Build some rapport, right? Understand there's a human on the other side of that phone. So if you build rapport with them and you make a connection, you may get more than you originally asked for, right? And that's all with just being nice, okay? But the main things you want to ask for is, do you offer personal lines of credit, okay? Most of the time they're going to say yes, all right? But you need to definitely make sure that it is a personal line of credit, because it has multiple meanings. You could be taught, could think that you're talking about a credit card or a loan, even, right? Like, line of credit means to other people, oh, a loan, right? And that's technically what it is, but there's some differences that we need to separate, right? To make sure that we're getting the line of credit that we want to do velocity banking, right? So when you're talking to them, you want to ask them, is it revolving? Okay? So you ask them, do you guys offer personal lines of credit? Yeah, we do. Okay. Is it revolving? Okay, if they'll be like, yeah, it's revolving. All right. How is the interest calculated? Oh, the interest is calculated amortized. No. Right? Call the next credit union. Right? Or you can stay on the phone with them and just say, do you offer personal lines of credit calculated simple interest? Oh, yes, we do. We offer that as well. Okay. What are the interest rates on that simple interest? Okay. When you're first starting out, if you're young like myself, or if you're older and you don't have a lot of credit history in your name, there's really not much you can do in terms of getting the lowest interest rate. Whatever you get, it's really not a big deal as long as it's not over like 15% or 12%. That's kind of high for a personal line of credit, simple interest. You want to be like 10% and under is good, but it all depends on where you live in the state and kind of like how their averages work. But that's what you would ask, is what is the average interest rate on personal lines of credit that are revolving, that are calculated simple interest. Okay, so those are your three criteria. Is it revolving? Is it calculated simple? What's the interest rate? Right, you want to just try and get the lowest possible you can get. And you'll ask them, what credit score do I need to qualify for that low interest rate? And say, oh, you need about 650. Okay, cool. If you have a 650 or higher, cool, apply, right? You don't want to just apply everywhere, because that could hurt your credit, and then that could affect your chances of getting the right line of credit that you originally wanted to do velocity banking. So you don't want to get, just applying everywhere, right? That can mess up your credit. Okay, we're simply talking about what you can do on your own without actually paying anybody to do it for you, right? And it's not that hard. I did it. I found my local credit union in my area where I live, and the name of that bank was Bright Star Credit Union. They're in South Florida. Cool. They're in with driving distance. Okay. I called them. I asked. I said, hey, do you offer personal lines of credit? Sure, Denzel. Yes, we do. Is it revolving? Yes, it is. You can use it over and over again. There's no time limit on the loan, on the line of credit, right? Is it simple interest? Yes, it's simple interest. Cool. What's the interest rate? 10.99%. Okay, cool. All my other debts paying 15, 20, 25, right? So that's a good cushion right there, a good interest rate. I applied. Oh, before I applied, I said, what credit score do I need to apply? Oh, we need, 620, 630 or higher, or something like that. It was a while ago that I got it, but I remember it was definitely above 600, and I got it. I started doing velocity banking. Boom, pretty simple. So yeah, that's how you can obtain a line of credit on your own without having to pay anyone. You just make those phone calls, call the banks, build rapport, be nice, be courteous, be respectful. Ask these 3 questions right here to make sure that it is a line of credit to use for velocity banking. Okay? And then you could either walk into the bank and ask for the person that you spoke to, because typically with credit unions, when you call that branch, right, it typically is the same person because they don't have a lot of employees, right? So that's what helps too. And they'd be like, oh, I remember you. Cool, that's rapport. You never know, they might do something that gets you an extra 5,000 in a personal line of credit. I did that. It helped me. I originally got a $5,000 line of credit, and then recently I boosted it up to 10, just by building rapport with someone. And I gave them my business card and talked and made them laugh, right? Simple things. So yeah, I hope that helps. Quick video, just how to obtain a line of credit, simple things that you can do to get started on your own. The right questions to ask, what it is, how it works.